The final episode of my team begins now. Welcome, engineers, to Race of Problem, and today's problem is getting through the tears and joy that this final Grand Prix may bring. And the first joy, straight off the bat, is that I have put subtitles on, so I am able to see what Jeff and Crofty and, oh god, what's his name? The Crofty's friend are talking about. Oh god, sorry about that, I don't remember. Anyway, team activities, team building, vehicle PR, filming, and reaction training for Jack Aitken. Not enough to get any sort of upgrades yet, and but maybe now we have with 600. It's enough to get the some of the mini adaptations that we should be able to get. Going straight in for the major on the rear downforce. Nope, we're going to go minor. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, Bobbi, just pick one. Okay, DRS. And we don't need to get the barge boards, the drag reduction, but we have it again. And straight into the Grand Prix weekend, we're going to go pretty much a whole lap of Abu Dhabi has just been able to be fit into this gap of the admin stuff before the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, which I find actually very well. But now we're just taking the mickey. I heard myself and I've decided to take longer. So, yeah. By the way, I do these in about a week and also beforehand, so I don't talk to myself. These aren't live, by the way, and it is me driving. But let's see if we can end off on a high on this magnificent one-off season where we've had a race victory, 2 podiums, about 2 non-point finishes. Well, I say 2 podiums. A race victory also counts as a podium, as you can see there. A pole position, average fitness of 9th, average grip of 13th. Let's see if we can improve any of those as we go into the finale of this magnificent game. But I can't wait for Breaking Point and 2-player career, both of which are going to be the best game modes I've seen in a long while. And just checking that my assists are the correct level, accidentally backing out to change the subtitles because I haven't had them on yet, but now I do. Happy? I know I am. Purely for my benefit, but you know, it could help you as well. But let's go straight to practice for the finale Grand Prix. I need to stop saying that, else you guys are going to make a drinking game out of the word finale. I've already talked over the entrance bit. I don't know why. I think I stopped talking over the entrance bit to let commentators talk, but as they don't talk over the qualifying and practice stuff now, there's no point. Anyway, practice programs easily done of the team objective of chaining 5 corners, and I've actually made a proper setup using James' way of making setups. Well, I'll say way, tips for making setup. Go extreme on the suspension, 111 on roll bar and suspension, leaving ride height, using front wing and rear wing to compensate, 50 on throttle, 50 brake bias, 100% brake pressure, minimum tyre pressures, and oh no, I haven't used the setup yet. Here you go, here's the setup. 3/6 wings, 50/50. Suspension geometry is to literally fine tune the car. A little bit of tussle with the Alfa Romeo there as we complete our energy use program, and a little annoying to our fellow friend, we held up the Alfa Romeo and we were able to go P17 target in the qualifying pace. A little bit hard to get the purple, so yeah, that's that. And on the race strategy, using the knowledge from the one lap of ERS, that we can use the ERS on the first of the DRS straight. And the final lap of the race strategy, we're going pretty much 1.2 up, and fairly easy, making sure not to hold up the car that was behind us, and going a fast sector 3 in the qualifying, but not able to get the purple still, so we're just going to leave it as green because, yeah, why not? Able to do 7 laps, 300 extra XP points for
it's time to remind
P1, I believe.
Top 3, who are the engineer, Bottas,
and yeah, it's probably the last time I'm going to hear the engineer. 37.3, where's that going to put us? No, is that 37.3, just behind Carlos Sainz and Sebastian Vettel. Pretty much in the mix of Perez and Daniel Ricciardo. And don't forget, Carlos Sainz is now our rival for this Grand Prix. I don't care what you say about Ricciardo, we have already beaten him in the rivalry. But yeah, Carlos Sainz is now our target. Beat him like we just did then, and we've beaten him overall in the championship. It's just 3 points that separate us two. You wouldn't be thinking that at the beginning of this reboot, but that is how it's going at the moment. And we've got enough resource points to adapt some of our aero parts if we do so wish. But at the moment we're reading the message sent from Jeff, and making sure to change my components to the best ones, otherwise, yeah, I would have had a incident in qualifying, and meaning I would have got a grid penalty, meaning I would have gone to the back of the grid, and with tyre wear not being too bad here, yeah, it wouldn't have been fun. 846 points to spending it on front wing and aero stuff, and no need to get any more on the aero, so we're going to get one on durability. But let's go to qualifying. I don't know how that links. Once again, I've said many times that that doesn't link. I don't give myself enough time to talk about it. But we're in qualifying then, and yeah, no need to get the other aero stuff because it's just three minors and one major. All of them of which are able to get pretty much when the season restarts, so yeah, no need to worry about them. And what else we don't need to worry about? Q1 easily through 100 XP points, and that is us into Q2. Unfortunately, I believe my teammates not into Q2, but then again, that is where the car is. And Carlos Sainz down in P9, not looking good for him when I'm P4. But yeah, Jack Aitken's in P19 and Esteban Ocon's P18. But Jack's actually beat both Williams for once in this qualifying. And Q2 on the mediums once again. P7, bottom of the midfield table, bottom of the table, not enough. And qualifying is now complete as Perez has been dropped into P11. Who now goes first with 34.2, and we're in the danger zone here. We've got to get a good lap as we get a little bit of oversteer. This is not a good sign for a good lap. We're only 3 tenths up. I don't believe that's going to be enough, as we are 3 tenths ahead of Albon only just, but we don't know what's going on with the drivers ahead of Albon, and we don't know if Albon's going to improve on another lap. It don't look like he is. Leclerc, Magnussen, Stroll, they could all still beat me, but it seems like I'm going to be the final one to go, going 7 tenths up on our previous Q2 lap, 8 tenths. Yes, I know, Jeff. Almost going 9 tenths up. Can we go into Q3? It looks like we're going to be able to, but can we not ruin these tyres too much? We're going to go a second up. That's easily us into Q3, and it's us in P2 as well. So that bodes well for Q3. But we've got to make sure that we don't use these tyres in Q3 for a banker lap, because otherwise, yeah, not too good. Because these are the tyres that we're starting next the Grand Prix on, and if you wear these out, you kind of put yourself in the gutter. Max Verstappen almost out, but who is out is Alexander Albon in P12. Gets a fresh set of tyres, so he could be one to watch out for in the race, as our rival teammate is in P11 for Lando Norris. And our only lap in Q3 seems to be, as we're going 6 minutes, and we're going through turn 2 and 3 pretty much flat out, no need to lift with the setup. Going into turn sector 2, pretty much 75 meters, going over the curbings nice and easily, braking when the curbing ends to rejoin the circuit, and then getting on the power as early as we can for the first DRS straight off the circuit. DRS a little bit further down the straight to aid events, and you'll see from Grand Prix, not really much you can do to defend here. You just literally got to have a rocket in the back of your car. Going through sector 2, a little bit of oversteer coming out of the chicane, very bumpy through there. I've had to reduce the front rear suspension to compensate for going over the curbs, because yeah, the car don't react nicely over the curbs. And going into the third sector, trying to avoid the curbs, but you kind of need to use the curbs in the chicane to go very fast, and it seems like we're going fast at the moment. 5 minutes to the end of the session, should be able to get another lap in, but you never know, the game always tries to mess you up, as I almost messed myself up with a little bit of oversteer, going through the final corner and then clipping the curb in quite nicely, and going across the line with a little bit of oversteer for a 1:34.6 and P7 ahead of both our rivals. Oh, I say both rivals, Carlos Sainz and Daniel Ricciardo. And yeah, we're coming into the box ourselves, because you know the game. 3 minutes 10 should be enough to come in, change our tyres. So we're gonna return to garage, because there's no way the team can mess this up, can they? Oh wait, 2 minutes, guys. Yeah, 2 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, just fair enough. I don't know. I don't know what happened. 2 minutes. I think they went for a cup of tea, mate. Yeah, it's always annoying when your competitors are doing their final lap and you can't do yours because you didn't get in time. Carlos Sainz doesn't seem to be improving. He's still 10th. Kvyat on 8th. Going across the line then. Only in 1 lap in Q3. A little bit my fault, because I went out on my Q2 tyres. The soft ones. The one I'm starting next Grand Prix on. And Carlos Sainz in P10, so at the moment we would win the championship. Win best of the rest if you ignore the Leclerc's Ferrari. So yeah, he'd be getting 1 point, Carlos would. I'm in 7th, getting 4 points.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
so I'd be beating him.
Secret of your qualifying pace.
If I told you to introduce regulations against it, that's actually what they're doing.
Happy with your performance?
Things could have gone better, and you can't blame the team for that. You got to blame the game, because it's the game that took me 2 minutes. Nothing of this. It was getting into the pit lane, which allowed me to not set a second time. And like I said, Daniel's no longer my rival. I'm too good for him. There was a glimmer of hope for him earlier on, but we beat him. And yeah, quite convincingly by 10 points. Because we won quite literally in Mexico. I've skipped it again. I'll talk about it after the grid. I'll probably forget though.
It's the final chapter of the season then here at the spectacular Yas Marina circuit. It's a race where the pole sitter failed to finish in 3 of the first 4 events. A front row start here is by no means a guarantee of victory, so we go into battle once more as we get underway at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have 21 corners here at the Yas Marina circuit, 12 to the left and 9 to the right. It's a total lap distance of just over 3.4 miles. There are 2 long back straights opening up some passing opportunities into the braking zones, and we expect average lap speeds of around 123 miles an hour. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. What a season they had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off with the title already in the bag.
It really is well-deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well-managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Vettel, Pierre Gasly, the engineer, Kvyat, Ricciardo, Sainz, and Lando Norris. Albon, Verstappen, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Charles Leclerc and Magnussen, Stroll, Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Esteban Ocon, Aitken, Russell, Grosjean, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Once again, another penalty for Max Verstappen brings us up to P6, and I will go for a strong finish of the season, Jeff. And looks like we're only able to do a 2-stop in this race, but you know, see if we can change it to a 1-stop. Go soft, mediums, and backup strategy, soft, hards, if this does not work. Yep. Shown to be the better strategy. 79, 53, quite late. 64, 71, 70, 67, yeah, it should be enough. Go to lap 10 on the softs. And then you got to go do the same strategy but with the hards for alternate strategy in case we make a mistake and our tyres die out towards the end of their stint. And we did make a mistake in Q3 by using the these soft tyres. 64, 75%, go 70, 75. But don't forget, we can go quite longer on these softs because these hards don't wear out as much. You can go earlier because these hards don't wear out as much. And 64, 60 should be enough. And 1 lap earlier. So if the tyre wear is getting really bad, we can just swap over to the hards. And if it is that bad, we can just do a 2-stop like the rest of the other guys, because they were offered the same strategy because I was offered it.
Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
At least I'm not talking over Jeff now. So yeah, got heat into the tyres and brakes, and the pull away was quite fine actually, Jeff. But let's hope this pull away for the final Grand Prix Ferrari is a good one, so that we can get past Pierre Gasly into P5, maybe in Vettel for P4 at the beginning of the Grand Prix,
Be ready with the
to
clutch.
give us one of our best results as well, to match our second best result of P3. Could we do that from P6? You never know. But as we get ready for the 5 red lights, all 5 are on now, and they are now out. It's a quick release, and a quick release from us was not on the menu as we go into turn 1, covering off Daniel Ricciardo, trying to go round the outside of Sebastian Vettel through turn 1, not quite working as Daniel Ricciardo tried to go through the inside of us, going through turn 3. We've made a mess of turn 3, but we've still managed to keep position. Daniel Ricciardo's lost out to Danny Kvyat, who's now trying to get past us after he lost out to Ricciardo and now got back past Ricciardo. Going through the hairpin then for the first time, trying to get back on to Sebastian Vettel after he lost out to Pierre Gasly, probably because of us into turn 1, pressuring him, making him make a mistake. Going through the main pit straight, going down straight, not able to close in on him and get past him. The setup's not too good in the straight line, but it's good enough.
Lap 1. That's not great, but it's not terrible. Stay focused.
I can't always gain positions, Jeff. It's not that easy, mate. You drive. Yeah, lap 2 then, and it's hard for.
Vettel is ahead of you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 1 lap old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 43.9.
It's hard for non-racers to be like, oh, just do this. But yeah, I appreciate that. Because he's just told me that Sebastian's on a 2-stop, like I knew he would be. And like I also knew I'd get a warning in this race. What a surprise. And we're getting somewhere on the ITU, so maybe that's why we're going to close in on him during the straight. But, you know, they'll be pitting earlier for another set of softs, so we should be fine. Braking a little bit earlier into the chicane, as not close enough to Vettel, but Vettel is close enough to these 2 guys ahead of them to be held up going onto the second straight as they were going side by side through the chicane. Maybe we're not close enough to the third. Yes, we are. Going into the chicane, triple chicane, we're easily past him. A little bit of a nudge from him as we close the door whilst he's still in the door, and we were able to go purple to the middle sector due to the amount of speed that we had on the straights, because that's what pretty much sector 2 is, straights. And going back on to said straight, we're quite close to Perez. Maybe we can get him as he gets a little bit of oversteer. 5 tenths, now 3 tenths to gap to us, so maybe we can get past him, especially with this engine deficiency, but we're able to get past him, force him all the way to the inside, tighten up his line, make him go a slower speed. He climbs all over the curbs, but we're able to get past him, and well, he looked to go forward position, but he just got up to the back of us and was like, nah mate, I'm gonna let you take a position, which is a bit odd.
Gap ahead is 0.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:40.3. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
Asking Jeff pretty much the same thing about Sebastian Vettel and about and they're both doing the 2-stop. So we should be able to get P3 quite early then, as we go to lap 6, almost a quarter through the race, and we take our second warning of the race. And a little bit of oversteer already for Pierre Gasly. Lap 6 is, I think it said lap 7 for the 2-stoppers, so he should be coming in next lap. And as predicted, our tyre wears quite fine. Force him in once again all the way to the inside, tying up his line. No front wing this time appearing on the screen, so I don't think he clambered all over the curbs. but because we gave him enough room to not go over them. He's coming back at us. Where's he going to go? He's going to go inside, but then he backs out. He's still there, braking a little bit late into the triple chicane, but it's enough to put Gasly off, and we keep the position P3. So looking good for a podium.
Hamilton ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 5.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 39.9.
Now I can't catch up to Hamilton. But I was just checking. Yes, he is doing a 2 stop. So maybe if we don't get into traffic on the 1 stop, we should be able to just cruise past him when we come in. And lap 9 now, Bottas is in, and Albon on the mediums, going long like me. Well, I say long, not too much longer than me. Whoa, that's a massive mistake. Whoa, massive slide. And I think I need to come in for the pits for a new change of underwear as we lose the rear end once again.
We can't take you right now.
Under braking. And no, we can't pit in next lap, Jeff. We need to pit in now. Our tyres are already at 60%, a little bit hot on the rear right. So yeah, that was very sketchy indeed. Swapping over the hard strategy on lap 9. So yeah, that was so close to going into the wall there. Ooh, that could have been so close. And finally telling Jeff that we're coming in this lap, and Albon looks to take a move on us, but not quite able to do so, as we lost about 3 seconds to that mistake. And telling Jeff that we're coming in once again and spinning on the curbs. Can't tell if that was tyre wear or if that was the curbs, and I won't know because I'm not coming in again. The pit window's now, so that spin was pit window. Sorry to tell you, Jeff. And Verstappen on mediums is now coming in. So that's a bit odd. Or is he going on to mediums?
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Anyway, hard tyres on our car now, and going through the unique pit lane, where we're going to filter out just behind Ricciardo and ahead of Norris, and it is a nice reflective pattern of the tyre strategies: medium, soft, hard, soft, medium. So Daniel Ricciardo should be coming in anytime soon if he's still on his medium softs.
Gap to the car ahead is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1:40.3.
And it turns out that they've already pit. So the undercut powerful round here, but we're not coming in for another stop. So we can't use that to an advantage. Or we can use to our advantage is our braking power, easily enough able to outbrake Lando Norris and stay in P14. But yeah, being undercut by Daniel Ricciardo and Perez, and then even Gasly, I'm guessing, and Leclerc, yeah, not good. But these guys should be coming in for a second stop soon. I say soon. It depends on 7, 14, maybe getting around lap 14, or 8, 16, coming in lap 16. A little bit of oversteer coming out of the middle sector chicane, and now Lando's going to have a run at us. Where's he going to go? He's going to go left. We're going to lock him, not much though, but he's still back out. He still backs out, and we stay ahead of him. Alex Albon then sets the first lap on at 38.0 on those worn out medium tyres, so that's odd. He's still able to go quick on those medium tyres. And
As things
championship standings.
in the championship.
Yeah, but still going to be 7th. I don't know why I asked. I'm only gaining 1 point. I'm not gaining 3. And plus Carlos is ahead of me. but I don't think he will be for too long. Going to lap 15 then. Any pitters?
Gap
No.
to teammate behind is 16.9 seconds.
Any pitters now? Yes. Daniel Ricciardo comes in for his pit stop. Don't Kvyat, Sebastian Vettel. Perez stays out on those mediums, so there's everyone that went on to softs.
Leclerc ahead. Gap to car in front is 1.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 40.6. You're closing by 4/10 per lap.
And just checking that Leclerc won't go into the end, as Perez now comes into the pits, and so does Gasly, and so does Lewis Hamilton. But Lewis is already out ahead of us, and so will Grouchy Bars. So the traffic has not been in our favour whatsoever. Right, as Danny Kvyat sets a 37.9, so Jack Aitken comes into the pits to admit defeat. I don't know, he just came in because he needed to go on to soft tyres, I presume. And Charles Leclerc still not coming into the pits yet. Not able to close up to him, which is a little bit worrying. But he is on mediums, and we are apparently catching him. And we now lead our teammates by about 2 pit stops. And finally, for our sake, Leclerc now comes in, and Lewis Hamilton trails someone in P1. And let's see if we can find out who it is.
Bottas ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 11.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Gasly behind. The gap behind us is 8.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The distance to the leader is 13.4 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 8 laps to go.
Unfortunately, we can't find out who it is, but we just have to look there. Alexander Albon, I already knew. With his purple lap times, he was quite far ahead. And just look at the delta between clips. He's already gained at least a second as we go on to lap 23. 5 laps remaining. Is a little bit close. He's already 3 seconds behind us now. And snaps of oversteer like that through chicanes is not going to help us. As
Albon behind. Okay, the
we check Albon.
is 3.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. The time last lap was a 1:54.9.
And I kind of forgot that that was his first lap out of the pits, so we shouldn't have been able to check anyway, and yeah, that's a little bit useless. But we should be able to check now when he comes across the line, but we do really need to, as he's 1.6 behind us now. And he set a 1:36.7, and we set a 39.4.
Albon is behind you. Our gap behind is 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 36.7.
He set a 36.7. We set a 39.
The time last lap was a
39.4. So we were 1.7. 2.7 slower. So yeah, he's catching us quite quickly. Going on to the final 4 lap. He's trying to go around the outside into turn 1. There was no room there, so I don't know what he was trying. We're pushing quite a lot now. We're able to go a 1:38.3. Going on to the final 3 push laps of the entire game. That you're going to see from me. Can we hang on to a podium from a driver that is on soft tyres in a Red Bull, and we're on hard tyres in this car? We're going on to the final lap now,
Final lap of the race.
and I wish I could say it was more interesting, but it weren't. Easily able to keep him ahead, keep him behind, and it's another P3,
We've had a very strong
fending off
season
Alex
this year, very
Albon for
strong
P3.
indeed. Well done, and thank you
And
on behalf of the team for a fantastic
You're
effort.
welcome, Jeff, for this massive effort, but I couldn't have done it without you guys giving me support that I needed.
With that, another year of Formula One
We're doing this
draws to a
again.
close.
Alright.
And the new
We don't
World
need to.
Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry
But if you
added
have
to
liked
list
this
of
mini
the
reboot,
sport's most
Please make sure to like, subscribe for new F1 2021 content, share with those friends who have common interest. But yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it early, because I've got a little treat for you guys. You may be able to tell by the fact that I've still got 12 minutes left. But what a race it was, to fend off Alex Albon for our 4th podium of the entirety of the entire game, of the entire season. And well, unfortunately it's only been 3 thirds and a first, although that's technically how it should be, because 1-1 and 3 threes. Maybe we should have got 2 twos, but you know, we can't be choosy. And yeah, I'm just happy with the amount of support I've had from myself. Firstly, you guys watching, and well, let's just hope we can get this amount of support for next year's game, which is, like I said, going to be the best yet. And as you can see, less than 2 tenths behind was Alex Albon from a podium. We've been the roadblock to Alex Albon, otherwise he should have got a podium. Max Verstappen only getting P11, and our rival Carlos Sainz drops down to 15th. Jack Aitken makes up places to P17, ahead of 2 Williams, ahead of 2 Alphas, and ahead of a Haas. Well, it's better late than never, but yeah, considering I'm never going to see him again in my team, probably, it's very much too late. And we were able to get P5 in the Drivers' Championship after Carlos gets 0 points, and P6 in the Constructors, a one-man team, and we're still able to beat Haas and that. Only incidents with me and Carlos. P8, lap 8, front wing repairs. That's unlucky.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
Mine was quite chilled.
Your way through the field today. What was your strategy?
Oh, I don't know. I think I just used my tyre wear to my advantage. I guess that comes under aero.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I am so thrilled with their support.
Great. Well, that's everything.
And you're welcome. Final questions I am ever going to take from her on this game. Obviously, I feel like I'm talking about in general. No, it is not going to be the end of everything. 1 million in sponsor bonuses, 50k of damage. I don't think a front wing from practice is worth that much, but 10.98 mil. And you still got 9 minutes left. What's the big surprise? Well, I'm going to show you what it would have been like if we continued for another season. Obviously I'm going to renegotiate with our friend Mr. Jack Aitken, because why not? Going to do funded team event away, and we're going to do some weight training for our teammate, and we need a teammate first, so we're going to re-approach him, and we're going to go with a medium risk, low risk, because no need to spend any more money, and he now becomes a 4.02 mil driver, and attend the esports event, obviously. And now we've got to do the press interview with Will Buxton.
By the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select. While you will receive acclaim for beating them,
once Carl finishes telling us about rivals, which we already know. So
Here
here we
are
go.
in the HQ of our newest Formula One team. We've got an awful lot to talk about.
Yeah,
Let's jump
last
into
time you were
straight.
here, I didn't have a win.
Isn't it safe to say you focused heavily on driver development?
Drivers are an investment, and we learn a lot from each other. Mainly
You seem to be
me to
stuck in the
him.
mid-tier at the moment. Are you happy here, or will you be aiming to challenge the top teams?
I'm kind of happy in the mid tier. Like, if I go any higher, I'm gonna be winning races all the time.
Your team's had their first win in Formula One. Sign of things to
Well, we'll just have to wait because I'm never coming back to this HQ. Being shut down, being rebranded
Do you see
for
your relationship with your
2021.
second driver being long-term, or will you be looking for someone else if you're successful?
As long as they do well,
Would it be safe to say
we
that
keep
in
him.
terms of team orders, your career comes first?
Well, hard to say, but I've got a better chance in the championship, so
Well, thanks a lot for inviting us here. It's been fantastic.
you interrupted me. I'm not happy. Yeah. I decided to just leave all of this unedited because, yeah, no need to edit because there's no point, and it just allows me to talk more about the amazing game that is F1 2021 and how amazing this game has been. And stay tuned on the channel because I'm going to release a top 50 favourite moments from the entirety of the game, and I've got quite a few. They're really good. And finally, we're able to get level 1 on everything in the facilities. Jack Aitken 4.02 mil. Able to get tier 2 on everything for my perks. And I'll check the driver market once I finish the season. And yeah, all the way to level 13 driver claim for me, level 10 driver claim for Jack, and level 15 team acclaim for the entire team. How much money can we get? 26.37 added money. So we're now on 26.75. And 1 win, 1 pole, 143 points, 5th in the championship. You can't get much better than that, can you? Especially in your rookie season. And we're just going to go to Carl about the customization of the entire team. Once again, I mean, there's no point changing any of it because it won't affect the driver changes, so there's no point changing anything. But yeah, I can't wait to see who's replaced the retirees of Kimi and Grosjean. I thought I'd just advance. I had to advance twice. You saw that. But not changing any settings, activities. We are going to fill it out. Going to make sure that we fill it out to the best of our ability, as always. And you can only fit a 5-day in this second part, so we're going to put a 5-day drive training camp, and we're going to go for a annoyingly, yeah, I think I'm going to go aero and slashy because I think power training was quite good already. And yeah, I can't wait to see who replaces the retirees of F1 2020. And I'm not going to advance anywhere but to the driver market and select the teams. All the way to the top we go. And Alfa Romeo take on Kevin Magnussen, which is nice to see. So that would be cool. Kvyat and Gasly stay. Perez and Stroll stay. Vettel and Leclerc stay. De Vries goes to Haas. Russell moved from Williams to Haas, which is going to be an interesting lineup. Completely new whole team. Carlos and Lando stay. Lewis and Valtteri. Alex and Max, Daniel and Ocon, Nicholas and Nobuharu Matsushita to replace George Russell, who replaced Magnussen, who replaced Kimi, which I find really cool. Nice chain event, but I am going to leave you here. If you have liked this reboot of a season, make sure to like. If you've loved this reboot, make sure to subscribe for more content, the top 50 and F1 2021. Share with your friends because friends have common interests. Comment your thoughts and opinions. My opinion that this has been the best game yet, and I can't wait for F1 2021. Until you races have fun and you engineers can't fix, I've been a race engineer. I just can't wait for F1 2021.